Yep, we're back with another review. What's up everyone, how's it going? This is Steve as always from Shocking Street Productions, and I have another review for you guys today, and this one is going to be for Independent Entertainment. Independent Entertainment is one of those companies with alternative cinema, and you know me, I love alternative cinema, whether it's Cam Motion Pictures, Bloody Earth Films, Shockorama, After Hours, Seduction Cinema, whatever it is, I love AC. To tell you the truth, I haven't found one film under the Independent Entertainment line that I thought was bad. And this is one that I know a lot of you guys will love for sure. If any of you guys are fans of independent anthologies, then you might want to listen to the rest of this review. This one was directed by Henrique Couto, and this is his film, Scarewaves. Now, I heard a lot about this film before owning it. I heard a lot of good. I saw the trailer and I was stoked to finally be able to watch it. The film revolves around a radio host named Amos Satan, I'm pretty sure his name is, and it's basically his last night on the air. Being his last night, he tells 4 stories from whatever mind he comes from. The first story, Painting After Midnight, is basically about a girl who moves in with this artist who basically lures women into his house, as nude models, paints them around midnight, and when midnight comes, all hell breaks loose. Really interesting story. I really like the guy who played Garrett, the artist, in this one. Really creepy, really low-vibed, antisocial person. The meaning behind him painting these women is basically offering a gift to this certain person who comes at midnight. The second story, Fair Scare, is basically about 2 guys who hold up a ballpark, essentially, come back, and pretty much all 3 of them are arguing over how they're going to split the money up, this and that. They're arguing whether or not the girl should get any money because she wasn't there with them, and they're all just arguing throughout the whole thing. With that being said, you pretty much will know how the rest of the story will probably continue, but I wasn't expecting the ending to end like that. The third story, Office Case, is pretty much a ex-cop who was corrupt on the force, who is having flashbacks to his time of, the things that he did wrong, which he claims are right, except for one case where he accidentally shot an unarmed little girl. This one took me a little bit of time to actually figure out what was going on. I really didn't know if he was on security at this point or if he was getting fired at this point. It was really unclear to me. But then towards the end it all made sense, and it was a pretty decent story. This one I also believe was the longest story out of all 4 of them. And finally, the 4th story, Worth the Wait, which is probably my favorite next to the first story, is basically about this couple, and the girlfriend really wants her boyfriend to kill, I'm not sure if it's his girlfriend at the time or some girl that is really interested in him. Anyway, she wants him to take her out so she can have him all to himself. But at the time, she's really preoccupied on him finally getting it done so she can have him all to himself. While at the same time, she's having these weird dreams of what could happen if, this didn't happen right, or if he didn't do it at all. Like I said, probably my favorite story out of all 4. Now, my thoughts on this one. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of anthologies. I like them, but they're not my favorite subgenre of film. This one was definitely an awesome watch, though. One of the best independent anthology films that I've ever seen in a long time. The stories flowed nicely, wasn't really boring. In real life, the radio star, Amos Satan, he was actually a really likable guy, and I really liked to hear what he had to say. There was also something weird I noticed about him, where he basically fiddles around his e-cigarette every time there's a close-up of him talking. I have nothing against e-cigarettes, I vape myself, but you really don't see me doing this with, my pen during my reviews, or you don't see any vapor clouds during my reviews. Usually you only see him vape once a story's done and it fades from black to actually the shot. This is off topic, but Dave, Outsider 365, you might actually get a chuckle out of that one. Now, I really don't talk about stuff like this in my reviews, but this one stuck out to me the most, and it amazed me. The lighting all throughout this movie, whether it's with Amos, Satan, or in the anthologies, is excellent. Every shot is lit beautifully throughout this film, and it just made me pause sometimes and actually look at the lighting in some of the scenes to say, wow, you know, independent filmmakers really have something when it comes to lighting. Some shots were clear, some shots were dark, and everything was amazing. If you're a fan of lighting in films and really like to critique and nitpick at lighting, then check this one out and you'll be surprised at what they do with this one. When it comes to gore in this one, there's not too much, but when there is, they do an excellent job executing it, and it looks damn good. If I had to rate this film, I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. It was an excellent anthology. I recommend this to all fans of anthologies, all independent horror fans. This one is definitely for you. I also have to say that this one definitely has that alternative cinema style to it. It feels like an alternative cinema film. The shots, the gore, the soundtrack, everything in this was alternative cinema written all over it. The special features on the DVD include a commentary. The audio drama includes some, I believe there were stories that weren't used for the film, or ideas for upcoming films in the future. Otherwise, they all look good, and if they're going to actually be films in the future, I'm stoked to check them out. And it, of course, comes with the Alternative Cinema Trailer Vault. If you guys want to get a copy of this, and I highly recommend getting this one, go to alternativecinema.com. Link will be in the description below. Anyways, guys, that was my review. Hope you all enjoyed. If you like this video, definitely subscribe, like, comment, share, whatever you guys do. Make sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever social media you guys prefer. Once again, my name is Steve from Shock Extreme Productions, and until next time, see y'all later.